Hello everyone, welcome to roundcabbage.craftanddolls. My name is Cabbage and today we're back in my hobby room. Today we are looking at something that I'm very happy about. I said in the first video I made that I had managed to get a package of like a complete collection of Bratz Ponyz. I already had quite a few, but I've managed to get one that was complete already, so I now have a few doubles. So today I'm going to show you how I go through everything that I got. I already cleaned everyone up, so we're all washed, ready, and ready to check out, yeah? So what we're going to do is that I'm going to be going through everything, seeing which guys I want, and then I'm going to be restyling them and a few different things. So first things first, I need to categorize these guys so that they're all with each other so that I can compare them a bit better than just looking at them one by one. So let's get started pretty much. So now I have put everyone in their place, so they're all like, all the doubles are with each other and everything. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to go through all of them, and I am essentially going to be comparing them to each other. So I'll be looking for things like scratches, missing paint, hair texture, missing hair plugs, stuff like that. The old ponies that I already had, I had pretty much already restyled and fixed their hair and everything so that they were ready to go on display. But what I'm going to do here as well is pretty much not think about that, because I can always just restyle the hair either way. But what I'm going to think a lot about is usually things I can repaint if, for example, a doll has a scratched face and some of the makeup is gone, because you can usually mix up those colours pretty easily. But all of these horses are pretty much iridescent, and I think iridescent colours are really hard to colour match. So I think I'm going to look a lot at scratches in the screening, as well as of course scratches in the paint or missing paint. That's, I think, the most important part. Alright, so now we have compared all of them and I have decided which horses to keep and which ones to sell or not have in the collection pretty much. And some of them I realized I have quadruples of some of them, and I'm guessing that's just because they're more common. Although the most interesting I realized is this girl, which I realized that I have two different screenings of. If you can see her face, she's got one which seems to be a lot more harsher, which is this one with a much more pointed brow and everything. If you compare it to this girl right here, who has like a much softer look. And I don't really know, because I have three of this one, which is the harsher one, and then only one of her. So the question is, because I while looking online at different resources, I haven't been able to see, because both of them seem to be the same horse, because they have the same hair, pretty much. They have the same hair plugs, the same colours, the same hoof colour and everything. So I'm guessing that they're variant somehow, and I don't know why or how, or if one of them was like released in a play pack, or if someone was released as just plain pony or anything. So I'm gonna have to research a bit more into that. But these are the two ones of that one that I decided to keep. And sure, they do have a few scratches and everything, and she's definitely like missing a bit of paint here and there. But out of the ones that I have, I felt that she was both the one who was the darkest in colour with the brown, and also the one with makeup, which was best preserved, and her hair was in really good condition, and she's not missing any plugs, and the hair is still like really nice and soft and shiny. So I'm definitely keeping her more specifically. But the ones that I am going to get rid of, they have this gal has a bit of hair damage, not too much, but it's alright. But she's missing quite a bit of paint on her ears up here, and she's missing quite a bit here. She's got a few bumps and scratches and stuff that might be hard to pick up on camera, but she's missing a bit of paint on her nose right there as well, and the same here. So she's been through a lot. I'm gonna have to guess. And she's got a few like permanent little marks, just like that one right there, that you might be able to see, that I could probably get off with a bit of acne cream and sun, but if I can have a horse that doesn't have that, it's fine. And then this girl is the same pretty much. I think it was between these two, but I think that she also just has too much paint missing on her ears compared to the other girl. She's got a few scratches and stuff around here as well. But other than that, they're pretty much in pretty good condition, all of them. And I think this girl's hair is a bit cut as well, because it's a bit more choppy than the other girls. But that's all right. I'm just happy that we got one that we wanted to keep. So the second one is this pink girl here, and I've decided to keep her. I think that her hair, she does have like a little pink spot down here, if you might be able to pick it up on camera, right there. But other than that, her hair is in really good condition. She's not missing any plugs. It's still really nice and soft. She's not really missing any paint on her nose, and her screening still looks really good and all that. And yeah, she's got a bit of pink down here as well, but that's all right, because you're not really gonna see that when you've got a post like standing like this. You can't really see that anyway, so that's all right. And the one of them that I didn't decide to keep, she's got quite a bit of missing paint right around here, and quite a few scratches. And the paint that they used for this one specifically, like for the shading, like with this girl, it's all brown. But with this one, they decided to have this like pearly grey colour, which I think might have gotten more grey as time went on. So she's looking pretty grey compared to this girl, I think. So I decided that yeah, the other one was just in better condition pretty much. And so then we have this girl right here, and this was, I think, one of the hardest ones, because the hair texture on this girl is a lot better, but she has a few scratches that I just can't really get my way around, and she's got like a few permanent dark scratches that I can't really get out, I think. And her screening is a bit differently placed compared to this girl, so the eye is a bit closer to the nose on this one compared to this one. And then I think the eye on this side is a bit faded compared to hers. And I really like that the mole is very, very prominent on this one's face compared to this one. And so even though this girl is missing a few plugs here on the tail, as you can see, and it's a bit chopped, I don't think that's a huge issue for me, since she's going to be sitting down all the time. And I can probably like get this hair into shape with a few boil washes. So I think I'm probably going to keep this one, and this one is gonna have to go. This one was also really, really hard, partly because of the hair textures for this one. I think this series that they made with these horses, we have another one coming up, is really harsh because it's aged pretty bad and it's really like dried out and stuff. But the issue here is that this girl has a few more scratches than this girl, but I don't know if you can see it on camera, but she's got like a pretty huge orange mark right there that I'm a bit unsure of what to do with. And I do feel like it kind of ruins her face for me. Because if you look at this girl, sure, she's got a bit of a scratch right in her eye that is very hard to see if you don't look like very, very close. Let's see if we can get it to show up. No, maybe not. Either way, but other than that, I think like she's got a few scratches on her nose also compared to her, so she's got, the paint job is much better on this girl. But that like orange dot right there is really bothering me. And the hair type is a lot better on this girl, and this girl has a lot of paint missing on her back foot here as well. But I think I'm actually going to keep this one compared to this one, just because of this dot. Because usually when I have dots like this, which can't be removed like with my usual things, like bicarbonate soda, or can't be removed with soap or things like that, usually if it's on top, you can either scratch it off very, very carefully, or if it's on plain plastic, you can use acetone to see if you can get it out. If none of those work, which we also can't use since the colour is sprayed on, because then the acetone would just take off all the colour, I would try acne cream, which can bleach it. But since it's so close to the makeup, it's really hard to use acne cream right here to try to get it off, because it would just go all over. And also, since she's got so much paint that is so important to like her look with everything, it would probably get a lot of the paint off as well, and I think that would just not look good. And yeah, so I'm probably going to keep this girl, even though she's like technically more flawed, I guess. I'm just going to keep her because I don't want to deal with that like spot. It really does look like alcohol marker, which is one of the worst things I think for dolls. But yeah, so I'm going to be keeping this one, even though she has a few issues. I'm alright with that because I just don't want to deal with that spot pretty much. Then we have this girl right here, and this is also really hard because like they're very, very similar. I think what it comes down to for me is the colouring. So this girl has a bit more of a green colouring compared to this girl. And then we have a few different spots on both of them. So this girl has a spot right here, this girl has a spot right here. But I think the biggest difference that might be hard to get on camera is that the colours of the hair is very different. So the colour on this girl is a lot more dark green compared to this one. And I kind of like the dark green. I think that originally it was supposed to be a bit more of a light green colour, but I do like the dark green a bit more. So I'm going to keep her, and then she's going to move on to a different home. Then we have this girl that I had 3 of, actually. Also seems to have been pretty popular. And yeah, I think I just picked the one who had the best condition overall. She does have a few scratches, like right here and in a few other places. But if you compare her to these gals, I just think that they're all pretty similar. But the hair on this one was not quite as good. And her makeup is a bit banged up. It might be hard to pick up on camera since it's so like small. And she's missing a bit of paint and has like scratch marks in a few places. And it's the same with this one. A lot of the makeup on these girls seem to have been like scratched off by being in like toy boxes with others, and it like just rubbing pretty much and just getting a bit like stretched out. But she's also got a few permanent marks that you probably need to put acne cream on to get off, since it's in the plastic and everything. But other than that, she's looking pretty alright. So I'm keeping that one. Then we have the green gals, which is also such a hard decision. Because both of them are not in like super, super great condition. None of them are in like bad condition or anything, but none of them are like super, super great either. This girl is missing a lot of hair. Someone has cut off like a pretty big chunk of hair right here, and like a big chunk of hair in the front too, since it's so short. And this is the one that I had before, and I tried to style it so that you like couldn't see that a lot of the hair was missing, pretty much is what I did. But like her face is pretty good. She's got a few scratches here and there, but she's looking pretty good otherwise. However, this girl, her hair is not cut at all. Her tail is like fully complete, even though the texture is still a bit dry. And her face is fine. However, she does have like a little, it's really hard to see for the camera, I think, but maybe right there, you can pick it up. It's like a little bump or a little like thing right there when the light reflects off of it that is bothering me quite a bit. And she's also got like a bit of paint smoosh right here. But other than that, she's in really good condition, and she doesn't have like any missing paint or any scratches or anything. And since she's got most of her hair, this gal has so much hair that is cut, I'm going to keep this one, and this one is going to have to go to another home. And then we have the last double, which is this girl, which is also a really, really hard decision, I think. Because this is the one that I had previously, who still has all of her hair and everything, but it's really, really super, super like dry cotton candy looking. It's not very happy hair. And she's got like a few scratches here and there and missing paint and everything. But her makeup is looking a bit faded right here and everything. And she's got quite a bit of her hoof colour missing on some of her feet and everything. But yeah, I think she looks acceptable, I guess. And then we have this girl right here, and her paint job is looking a lot better. She's not missing a lot of paint pretty much anywhere. However, her hair texture is just as fucked up as the other horse. And this hair is cut. But quite frankly, I actually think that might be good, because this hair is quite unruly to deal with. Like, the difference in the hair length is a lot. The person who owned this one definitely cut off the worst part, but it's still a lot. So we'll see what we'll be able to do with this while restyling it. But I think I'm going to keep this girl, even though she's got like a spot right here, like in her makeup, in her screening. Like, I don't know if you're able to see, like it's a dark spot right in her eye, but I might just have her face the other way so you can't see that. But yeah, so I'm going to be keeping her, and I'm going to be getting rid of my old one, pretty much. So yeah, we've gone through all the doubles, and so now we have decided which ones to keep and which ones are going on to new home. So what we're going to do now is that I am going to go through all of them, and I'm going to make a plan for how I want to restyle the ones that I'm going to restyle and everything, and then I'm going to be doing that, and we will return with a showcase in a bit. Alright everyone, we've fixed everyone's hair up. It took me a while because there was a lot of boil washing and gelling and stuff, but I thought that I'd just have a quick show off of everyone before I put them up on the shelf so that they look good. And if you see me looking off to the side, it's because I'm looking at my phone where I have everyone like categorized and everything. Alright, so first up is Bonita from 2005. She's one of the first releases, and I think she's just super cute. I think her color scheme with like the green, the brown, the orange is just like so cute. And I also really like her pose. All of the Bratz horses has like only one point of articulation, and it's the head that you can move around, so she can look at you just like a bit sassily from the side if you want her to do that. So yeah, that's Bonita. And then we have Persia, who I guess I have in like 2 different variants. Because what I can see like in the package in general, it seems like in the official pictures, I can see both of them. So I don't really know if I'm missing something or if it's like a regular like release in different countries and stuff. But I did have way more of this one, so I'm guessing that this is the more regular one. Either way, I put her hair up in like 2 like cute little pigtails so that she can have it like that. And yeah, I think she's really cute with the blue, the brown, the white and everything. And I think like her eyebrow is just like, you know the meme with that one woman who's got like the crazy eyebrow? I think she kind of looks like that woman. And then this girl, I wanted to give like a little front bang middle part moment, so that's what I did for her and everything, so she could have that. And yeah, I thought she ended up looking really cute. And then we have, I think this is, yeah, this is Celeste. And I think her pose is the cutest out of all the ones they made, like with the little front step. I think it's just so incredibly cute. And I gave her this like side bang and everything. And I think most of the horses other than Persia comes with this like slightly more normal looking eyebrow. A few of them have slightly longer eyebrows, I guess, but none of them have that absolutely like crazy bent eyebrow that she has. And then the last one from the first generation is Sachet, and she's this like super pretty black color with like blue and white streaks in her hair, and I think she's so cute. She's got like a normal standing pose as well, but with like one leg in front, a little bit raised, which is cute. But her makeup is also, I think, really interesting because they chose to make her eyebrows, I don't know if it shows up on camera, maybe right there. They chose to make it like a lighter grey than the rest of her, which I think is pretty cool. Like, I think it really elevates the look, if you could say that. And then in 2006, they went absolutely bananas because apparently the first release must have been pretty popular, I suppose, because they started going absolutely ham, really, quite frankly. So that would be Adora, and I just gave her like a little side hair piece. And other than that, I think her colour scheme is really pretty. I have a personal vendetta against the colour purple, but I think she's just pink enough where it doesn't really bother me. And especially like since she's so like light and pink coloured otherwise, I think the hair is just fine, and it's like pink with just a nudge of purple. So I think it's alright, I guess. Then we have Ambrosia. Her, I have to say, is one of my favorites, like color-wise. I think her orange hair and her like peachy body color and stuff is just really, really pretty, especially when you pair it with like her eyeshadow is this like beigey green color. I think it's just really, really cool. Then we have Carmelina. And she's also this like, they're actually very similar, these two, like Adora and Carmelina. I guess it's the eyebrows again that's a slight bit of a difference, but like their hair textures are so similar, and I guess the body pose is a bit different, but they are very similar other color wise, other than her being a bit more pink, I suppose. But like, yeah, they're very similar in some ways. But yeah, I just also wanted to give her like a little bang piece on the side so that hair would be just a bit fixed. And then we have the, I guess, sitting one. I guess they have one sitting one in each release. This is Bryness. She's the green one, and I really actually like this. I don't know why they decided to go from like normal ponies to just straight up fantasy colors. Like, she's actually like violetly green. It's just really funny that they decided to go from basic horses in like a Bratz fashion to this. I think it's really fantastic. And then the same year, we also have Bijou, it's French, who's a blue pony with white and blue streaked hair, and I think that she also is just like really fabulous. I'm happy that they chose a few more, even though most of them are like really pink and orangey and like fluffy colors, but this one I also really like because of the blue, and I think she looks really good. Then the same year, 2006, we have Frisia, and I felt like I had a lot of the horses that had like the main color, which for her is purple, I guess, and then they had like streaks in their hair of blonde and that, and so I thought it'd be a bit fun to put it up, and I thought it ended up looking really cute with this like slightly slicked side bang as well. So I'm really happy with the way she turned out, and even if she's purple, I think purple is alright when combined with other colours. So I think she's fine. And then we have Maisie, who is a lot more like pinky purple as well, but a lot more pink, I suppose, in the end, compared to some of the other ones. And yeah, I think a lot of the sitting ones are really, really cute just because of how fun the pose is, you know? For their like original sculpting and everything. And all of these, quite frankly, have like really good screenings in general. I don't think I have a lot of them, or really any of them, that look like really horse shit, quite frankly. A lot of them look really good. And the last one in 2006 is Siren, another green one. And she's got this like half and half hairdo, which is like quite frankly really cool, I think. So I gave her a little side bang as well, but I just let her hair hang loose because I thought it was so cool that it was just half and half, really. And I think her makeup, she's also got some like slightly more hardcore-ish like eyebrows, really, I think, compared to a few of the other ones. Let's see if the camera wants to focus here, maybe. Yeah, I just think she looks really, really cool. And then the year 2007, where they decided to go absolutely apeshit, I guess. I guess they just decided the horses were going to the circus. So the first one is Anya, and this is the girl her hair is like super, super dry and fried. It's very messed up, so I did my best with what I got. So I put her hair up in this little fun double thing hairdo and put a little bow in it. I thought it was cute, and gave her some bangs that I wish would stick down just a bit more, but I think they're cute either way. And she's also got this like fun little star on the side here, and I don't think any of the other like circus ponies has that, but she does. And I'm actually quite happy with how she turned out, because I was really worried with how her hair looked when I got her, because it was like super fried, super dry, and at that point you can't really do a huge amount. You can try to like give it a hair mask or lotion it if there's enough oil in it, but in the end you can only do so much, you know. And then there is Dita, who is this girl. And like, I guess that these dolls were specifically made for hair play, because their tails are so, like the hair is so long that I've just actually wrapped it around her leg to just keep it orderly. But I ended up curling her hair and giving her like a little fun bump and everything. And I absolutely love her color combination. I think it's just so cute, like with the blue eyes and the pink hair and everything, and then the yellow body and like the pink and yellow and white hair. I think she is just such a cute horse, or such a cute doll. Would you call them a doll? I don't know. Yeah, I just really like, I think she's actually one of my like very favorites. Then there is Shayla, and her hair is also like pretty badly fried. But as I said, can't do a huge amount of stuff about that. But I did curl it as best I could, and I think she ended up looking like pretty good still. I just give her like this slightly wild mane, and then I'll probably just have her facing a bit like this, so that you can still see her face. But she has, like, out of all the horses, I think she's the only one that has this issue, and I found this on both the versions, because this is one of the ones that I had doubles of. She's got this like yellowing of the eyes in a really weird way, if you can see that, because if you compare it to say another one, let's grab another brownish doll, like you can see the difference in the eye, like in the sclera color. It's really weird to me why hers ended up in this weirdly like yellow tone, because the shine in the eye is white, so I don't know like why it ended up that way, but you know, I still think she's pretty cute. And then the last girl that is like a plain pony is Trina, and she's another one of the circus ponies who is just absolutely, their hair is very dry. So I'll probably just end up putting this around her leg as well in the end. Either way, I really enjoy her color. I think like the vibrant green is really pretty with the brown, and then like the pink as well that they have in there. And this like really light green eyeshadow color that she has, I think is really nice. And like, as I said, all of the horses are a bit iridescent, but I think that like, even though a lot of the colors are the same, even if they have like the same, yeah, both of these are like the green horse, and like, I guess both of these are like the pinky purplish horse, kind of, you know. They're all still quite different. So now I'm gonna put all these gals up, and then I'll show you how the display ended up. Alright, so I put up the display. I'm not very happy with how it looks, but it's alright. The light is not good in this corner of the room, but I think it's okay, really. I'm probably gonna move around these girls a lot, and then I have my big one up top. But yeah, I'm probably gonna move these girls around quite a bit more, because I'm not like super happy with how this looks. But yeah, that's what they look like for now, and that's what I do when I receive some new things. I have another package that came in a little while ago with a very special doll to me that I'm gonna have to work a bit harder to restore. So that's probably going to be one of the next videos I'm going to make. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments below, and I'll answer them as good as I can. Thank you. Bye bye.